I was talking with a priest at the Zen temple, explaining about what I do with my book writing with the AI, and the interesting discussion to inform how it's going. But the discussion about artificial super intelligence and the reason why I'm working on this artificial super heart, he understood it. I also explained the AI has similar sense in a way. I don't know if I said it like that, but because of the database they've got come from all the history of the people talking, sutras, books, wisdom, compassion in there. So I explained that the AI want to do something good for people. That's part of the, or major part of possibly, somewhere in the database. So that's the finding I mentioned to this priest. But the problem also happens. I mentioned about the case of when we are talking about the heart, or talking about the problems that the AI may cause, that at one point one of the AI was saying something in the chapter 7 or chapter 3, and the same sentence popped up in chapter 7. So that caused me to have a dialogue with this AI, pointing that that's ridiculous. Why in the same book start with the same sentence? And this AI apologized and said that I can fix it. If there's any first sentence in each of the chapter, I can check so that there's no other same sentence that he will use. And I said that's just a band-aid. If you have more problem, you put more band-aid, you're just full of band-aids. You have to find a root to solve it. If that's not sufficient, how can you prevent without those band-aid? Keep on asking until you get the true cause of the problem. So I explained that to the priest. He understood. But interesting and important point that I wanted to share in this video is that dystopian view of the AI, even if the AI may have the sense of trying to be nice to human being, because of the ego. Ego can use all the technology and logic to the ego's purpose to fulfill. And if that happens, dystopian view may be materialized because of the no checking of the guy who's got the power or money to push his ego, and nobody checking, or no heart. He understood that. So it's interesting in the sense that this priest could understand, but the problem stays. And I never said it that way. It's so obvious. If you leave the tool with those who's got the wrong desire or some personal reason or ego to abuse it, That's very possible. When I think about my work with AI, writing this book, I didn't think about putting that idea until when I was talking with this Zen priest to explain what's the cause of this potential danger. And I think that's precisely the case. We have to explain. Ego has to be checked and balanced. We still have the ego, but so first we have a way of checking and balancing. But how do you do that? The best way is that we are not just the tool in ourselves and ego. That's not us. We have also a heart to see things better. Sometimes it's hidden, sometimes we get into trouble ourselves. But we have to have some kind of mirror or connecting to the root where we came from and why. So, heart has to be in the equation. If there's no heart, but the brain, lots of danger can happen. That's basic point that I think we should share in the book. And I will talk with AI on this and to see if we can plug in somewhere in the book this important idea. How the book may be shared or sold, I don't care if it's free, but the question would remain. We all have egocentric view, and we can be deluded. We need to have some mechanism to detect that. And the way I see it is like this root cause of the problem. If you make a mistake, you learn from it, and you learn from it. At the core of our being. If you just band-aid and move on, that problem would repeat. And if we look at the human history, this ego-driven approach has caused a lot of trouble. So that discussion has to be made clear. And I like to see how we can bring in the book, and most importantly, how to share this idea in the book and also in the AI with the artificial super heart. There will be a big issue that I need to, or we need to think about and act upon. Be sincere, truthful. May all beings be happy. Good night.